guys, welcome to Bluebird Pottery JPS, and today's video is going to be how I made my own board game. So you call this one EXO or Noughts and Crosses. I think there's loads of names for this game. So very simple thing you can do in your own home. And what I've done also is, I've got these furniture pads. I buy them like in bulk. There's loads of different sizes in this one, and then I kind of put them at the back of it so it doesn't damage your table. And what you can do is actually put them also at the back of your noughts and crosses, and then, or if you do like the sound of it, it's fine. I like the sound of it, so I'll be leaving it like that and just put the pads at the back just to protect your board also. But I've got them in loads of colors. So this is the one that I used. So Sapphire Float PC24, and it comes out like that. Obviously on the camera you can't see it properly, but if I do look at it, it looks the same. And this one is one of my favorite colors now, and this one is Deep Olive Speckle. PC29. I do like the color of it. You can't actually see it on here, but you can see the speckle. That came out perfect. It's actually the same. And the last one is Sky Blue. So my Sky Blue is also that one, and that is C21 Sky. So yeah, so I'm going to be showing you step by step, and yes, let's get started. Okay, so what I've done is I first sketched it out and thought of the nice size or proper size that you can play, something small that's easily to handle, and easy also to make. So after I sketch it out, I basically cut it out on cardboard. So this is how it will be. So this is 7 inches by 7 inches. And what I've done is, these are my sticks that I use to roll out the thickness of my clay. And this stick is 9mm. And I kind of use the edge of the stick to have the border, because that's what you're going to need to lay out on your clay, mark on your clay. And also I use this to do the borders, to do the lines in the middle. So as you can see. And then I've also just cut out the sizes I need for the X and O's. You can get a circular plastic that's the right size that fits with this. You get all these these stamps that you can get, we use stamp things out, the cookie stamps and all those cookie dough stamps, plastic things. But I just kind of made my own XOs and that. So let's get started. I'll be pointing the camera down to the table so you can actually see what I'm doing, so you won't see me. Okay, so the first step is we're going to cut just a nice small size, and we're going to be rolling this out. Just okay, so this clay I'm not going to be wedging. It just came out of the bag, as you can see. Only pieces that I use and I throw together, I'll be wedging those ones, so just to get all the bubbles and all the air out of it. Doing now is laying this a bit so I can just mark where my stick is where I'm gonna do the middle path. And then I'll just do on this side also. Just line it up nicely. So you do it right around. And on the other side. So you just got a easy way of knowing it will be the same as it's on your design. Just make sure it's loose. So at this point, I don't normally work on this board because then I know it's already on a board. At this point, I just turn it around. And then before I start working, I have my stamp. Just give it a gentle press. And twist it back. Okay. As you can see, I'm just going to bring the camera down a bit. Okay. Now I'm going to be using my stick, and I'm just going to line it up to where I made those marks. So I'm just going to line it up where I made those marks and rule a line straight over. So we're not going to cut the clay, it's just going to be a gentle mark over it. And also on the other side. And on the other side. And this is where I'm going to be doing the border. Ta-da! That's how it's going to look like. So what you're going to do now is you're going to be using a flat tool, any tool that you have that's got a nice, anything that you can use to scrape the clay out, to get the pieces out, to make the square. So this is where we're going to do it, from that corner to there, this whole part. You're going to be left with the thick pieces. Okay? So it's going to be looking like that. All you need to do is just get that square sorted, get all those clay out in between the gaps, you know, in between the lines. And all you need to do is, let me see if I can bring this closer. I'm going to push this down. Oh, that's my dog. Gabby, we're not going for a walk now. No. Okay, go to bed, so long. Try not to go too deep. So just at a nice, you know, just kind of a little bit in. You don't want to be too deep. That's how it's going to look once you've done all, what's it, 369 squares. It's going to be smoothed out a bit more. You can use your hands and just give it a gentle press. Just go around. We're going to round the edges also, because you wouldn't want that to be sharp. And then I've got this rubber rib, this rubber pencil with a rubber nib, and I'll kind of just do a gentle line in the corner. So that's what you just basically do all your squares like that. Once I finish mine, I'll come back to you with the next step. Okay, so now that you got all your squares nicely cut out, as you can see, the edges are still rough. What we're going to do is we're going to smooth it over with a sponge and some water. So first of all, make sure your clay is loose, because when if it's not loose on the board and it shrinks, that's when it cracks. Remember, clay always shrinks when it gets dry. So all you need to make sure it's nice and loose on your board. That's all. So when it's busy drying, nothing is keeping it from drying, pulling it to shrink. Okay, so we've got all the, so now what we do is we use the stick and gently just square it up again. Just nicely square it up. And now we're just going to use a sponge, and we're just going to go gently over it to get the corners all round. Get your corners round. You wouldn't want it sharp, and that's how you're going to get hurt when you play, when you've got your board maybe poking through a bag if you pack it away. You want it nice and round so you don't get hurt. And gently just nicely go around it, get all the edges smooth. Get all the lines away. Give it a gentle press on each corners as you go along. So as it's busy drying, it's not going to wobble. It's going to lay flat. Once you've got your edges all perfect, just use your finger gently on the sides. Gently on the sides. There's nothing overlapping. Your edges are smooth. Okay. Now we're going to do the insides. So again, my technique is 2 fingers, and the inside is going to be squashed in like that. So you're going to get like a U shape. So gently, again, first do on top of it to get all the lines away. Just before you start with the corners and that, just go over it, get the lines away, get it all smooth. And then this is where you fold your sponge over. What we do first, I think, let's just use the paintbrush and just go corner to corner. Or leave that for last. And just go. Do like a U shape with your sponge. We do the same on the other side. Just go corner to corner. Okay, what I'll do now is just take my brush and just close any gaps that you see. I'll just kind of gently use my finger, get it all smooth. And go along the edges again. So this is where I'm going to use the tool again, because I would like my corners to be nice. Okay, what I've done is I use this small triangle shape, and I went corner to corner, lay it flat, and to get that nice shape of the square. You can also use the plastic pencil, and you can do your lines, smooth it out a bit, and once you're done, you can use a sponge or your finger to kind of just smooth everything over. So that will be the finished product. That's your squeeze. Okay, just go one time over it. Make sure your corners are not sharp and nice round. What you can do also, once it's bisque fired, you can always take a sandpaper and smooth it more over, and just sandpaper the edges, sandpaper where you think it's rough or you don't like, or you think you can do it better. This is just my way of doing it. I have tried another way where I've kind of had the flat part and I've cut the squares out and pasted on, which took more time. So I find this way to be easier for me. So we leave that one side and we let it dry. Next step is we're going to be doing the X and the O's. I'll show you what I've done. So you're going to need 5 X's and 4 O's. So I'm just wedging my clay, because these are the ones that I've used. So just make sure there's no bubbles in there. Give it a gentle press. And then just rub it out. As you can see, there's a bubble forming. A few bubbles is fine as long as you just burst it. Let me just do a close-up. As you can see, that's a bubble. And if you put your, see, just nothing. Just a big fat hole. Just close it up. And 5 X's. This is how I just lay them on. And I just cut them out. That's one. That's 2. Oh, I forgot to cut that side. Oh, that one didn't come perfect. That's 3. I think the X is the worst one for me. Wide. So there you got your X and your O's. I don't tidy them up now. I kind of leave them, and when they are at a nice stage of hardness, I kind of go over with my knife and I smooth the edges and everything. At the moment they are still too soft to work with, and I prefer them to be a little bit hard, but make sure they are all flat on the board because you don't want them to warp. Okay, once they're at the later stage, what I do is I just go around and tidy up the edges so they look more elegant. That's all I do. But for now, 90% of your job is done. There you go. Okay, and there you made your game board XO. And the hardest part is to get that board, you know, the thickness of the board properly, especially when you're doing your squares. You wouldn't want to go too thin at the bottom. You know, you have to kind of keep it flat also, because if you're going to put your X's on there, it's going to be wobbly. So it needs to be nice and even and level out. The easiest part was obviously the X and the O's. It took 5 minutes, less than 10 minutes to do them. Yes, so this will go in the kiln for the first bisque firing, and that's at 06. I think it was 1,000 degrees that I used it on, so 1,000 degrees on biscuit. Yeah, and that's easy as making a pie. But yeah, that's the game board XO. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up, please, and keep watching my videos. And any comments, just put it in. What do you think I should do? There's one person that keeps asking me to do a teapot, which I'm going to be doing. I think my next video is going to be showing you how I do a teapot. So it will be my first time doing a teapot. And Charles, I hope you like it. I hope the teapot will come out how you want it to be. So I'll be trying it, but I think I'm going to do it my own way, South African way teapot with the South African elephants and trees on there. So I think I will be doing one like that. So it'll be my first time. I'm going to make one and I'm going to show you how I make mine. Okay, so keep on watching, guys. Thank you. Bye.